Oh, come on.
Secret tech, dude.
Oh, EX Makuro, wait a second, that wasn't even what I was referring to. Okay, this is very unorthodox. Traditional wisdom would say that EX Makuro is by far the weakest of his three modes. Just because his damage output already easily hits the damage cap I mentioned earlier. But the big thing about EX characters is that all the damage you take is multiplied by 30%. Well, 130%. Math. Point is, really the only thing about him is that he dies a lot faster than Speed, but he also gains his Super Desperation move, which, although not a bad move, you can already hit damage cap with just your regular Super and Speed Chain, so it's not really very worthwhile mid-combo, and it's really risky and neutral. Right, and FTeam here demonstrating the damage vulnerability and how bad of weakness that is. Samus laying down some pretty good crawl pressure here. Makuro's hurt box is absolutely tiny during that, so a lot of Setsuna's normal pokes are not going to beat it. Really all he's got is like 2A or 2C. And everything else is either going to whiff entirely or it's too slow to be viable. Oh, and a... Wow! Wake up jab! Alright. Score's tied up. So we're going for a lot of cross-ups. FTeam getting a clean hit. What's for breakfast? Nothing. Tries to go for a deflect, but ends up getting caught. It's gonna hurt, but FTeam is now in desperation range, and Setsuna's super is absolutely incredible. You can confirm it off basically everything, and it's not gonna matter if he's dead. Alright. Samurai takes game 1. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Makuro's 5C links into itself. Oh, FTeam counterpicking Kojiro. We've got a story matchup here. Alright, the funny thing about this counterpick is it probably wasn't for the character. It was probably more so for the stage, because Makuro's crawl actually becomes reactable on flames because of all the slowdown. This stage is pretty infamous for being one of the slowest in the game. And it makes a lot of things really reactable if it's got after him, just like Makuro's crawl. Right, FTeam laying a pretty good jump in right there. Goes for a deflect, but gets baited with the jump in. Going for some basic pressure here. Samuel managing to punch that 4A. There's a defensive mechanic in this game associated with switch guards. Basically, if you mash up and down during the block string, it reduces the amount of block stun you take, and it lets you punish almost everything in the game. It's actually kind of ridiculous. Alright, block super, that's going to be a big punish. Lands it. Probably not enough to kill. Unfortunately, no. But that will be. FTeam making full use of that EX damage vulnerability. Just a few clean hits, and Makuro's gonna fall. Alright, Samuel landing some crawl loops. Looks the tech chase, almost gets punished. Jeez! Samuel going nuts here.
See, they're in. All right. Well, at least I think they are. I don't know. My screen's not loading.
They are. We've got Speed Setsuna, Power Hibiki. Traditionally, this is actually a pretty even matchup for Power Setsuna. I don't know if the same can be applied to Speed Setsuna because you lose a lot more trades, which is really huge in this game. Especially against a character with normals as big as Hibiki's. But Setsuna's also got a ton of disjoints, so maybe just having the one actual mix-up is enough. Alright, lands B&B. He had meter by the end of that, but I don't think he realized it. Nonetheless, gets the tech chase.
Nice.
Alright, takes round one pretty convincingly.
Okay,
deflects straight into Fandango. And that was the good one, too, I think.
Yeah, that was a max damage one.
So, the way Fandangos work in this game is they're not actually custom combos, they're more like Deadly Raves. And every character has a version of... It has a series in the rave. Oh. Wow, FTeam already taken that. But yeah, every character has a series in the rave where the last, like, 2 or 3 hits are super tight, but it'll just do an extra, like, 20 points of damage if you land it. Give or take, depending on the character. Like a Mono! Mono just gets a command grab, which does, like, an extra 50. It's insane.
I think that one's supposed to be unblockable, too, the Setsuna one.
No, that's a myth, because the AI doesn't know how to block it. So, training mode bot doesn't know how either. A human being actually can block it, I think it's just an overhead. Except the Monos, which is a grab, but you can jump out. Alright. FTeam just throwing out these 2 and 4s.
It's making the overheads work, man.
It's a good move, it's just not a good move as an overhead. Alright, Ardon's got to find a way to get life lead back here, but Makuro does have some pretty explosive damage. Nonetheless, keeps getting stuffed out with these 5A, 3Cs. Surprisingly decent empty cancel.
Yeah, 3C is one of Setsuna's better normals. That thing has got some range on it. And then you can OTG after it too, if you're quick enough about it.
Alright, good throw. Knows to back off. Makuro... Actually, wait, no, Makuro's jabs are kind of slow. I don't think he actually can punish Setsuna's OTG, can he? Besides 3B.
6D?
Oh, right, never mind. You're right.
Yeah, 6C into dash into whatever he wants afterwards is more than reason enough to not ever push that button.
Yeah, Makuro's buttons are generally pretty slow, but what he does have leads to some insane damage.
4A is pretty fast.
Nah, 4A is actually pretty average as a jab. It's still an incredible button, don't get me wrong, but it's more so because of the advantage it has afterwards. The actual startup kind of stinks. Nonetheless, FTeam landing it. Or Ardon landing it, rather. Throw out these crawls.
A lot of movement here.
Might be the big brain stage slowdown strat, using the after images to make FTeam commit to their jump-ins too high up. Just barely leaving Ardon out of desperation. Up in a minute. Ardon just needs 1 clean hit to win. Actually 2, since it was just above the damage cap by the looks of it. Alright.
Oh, there goes the SDM.
Well. FTeam takes it.
Oh, Lemon, this guy's playing Speed Akina, and he's saying he's way better than you.
Oh. You're messing with me. I was hyped. I was ready for some Speed Akina. I love this character. Anyways, they're just winning out rather than resetting. That's probably going to be to Akari's favor since she's got better zoning tools than Koji.
Good grab pressure. I think you can tech chase in the corner. I don't know.
Tech chase after what?
Akari grab.
Oh. Yeah, you can always tech chase.
I know you
after it.
can.
You can always just Fireball. Or 5B. I think you get better tech chase in the corner because you can just go for like 2A, 5C. The option selected. Alright, does FTeam know the punish? Yes, he does! There it is.
Yep.
The secret to beat Akari DP is to literally do nothing.
Just hold back. Just don't press the button. Ooh,
it's like Yomi
nice.
counter, but in a good game. Alright. Good throw from FTeam right there. Koji's command throw doesn't really lead to much, but it's super easy to land. Outside of flames, it's actually completely unreactable, and it has so much range as it comes off command run. Alright, good patience from FTeam right there. That's the super for his troubles.
3B OTG, good stuff.
Honestly, I don't think that OTG was a very good idea, because now Akari's got Desperation. And that's going to make their anti-airs way scarier.
They're going to be in desperation one way or another, man. It's
now, Koji can actually route around with Desperation. Her damage isn't that bad. Alright, going for a raw super, getting out of the corner.
low profile with a 2A. Nice.
Alright, FTeam just throwing out these disjoints here. Manages to get an anti-air. Koji 6BC is a really good normal. In theory, you should be able to just air deflect it on reaction, but it's completely ambiguous to her normal BC, which has a completely different timing. And speaking of anti-airs, Burger landed another super confirm. Just barely leaving FTeam out of this
that thing
pressure.
hurts.
That's good.
Knocked him into it.
Alright, that was really risky. Eating the damage for it. Burger not quite converting to death.
Oh no.
Alright, and that dashing high is going to let FTeam take the game. Normally I would say that this is the one matchup where Akari Teleport is not a gimmick, because you can actually hit Koji out of her fireballs. But you gotta be careful, because you gotta precast your teleport, or the A fireball is gonna get around it.
I think it's just safer to just hop over him.
Not really, honestly.
Koji fireball?
Yeah, she can delay it.
You can just delay Koji fireball?
Yeah. She's got two versions.
No, you just
The
jump in
B version-
reaction.
The B version hangs there for a really long time, dude. It's a very decent anti-air if you don't have good air-to-ground disjoints.
No, you
Which
react
actually
to it while
Akari
the
does.
fireballs move.
JTC, never mind. Or JTC, I should say. But from full screen, that's still really risky. Ooh, goes for the guard cancel, but the follow-up whiffs. Hate to see it. Alright, leaves himself neutral. Probably not a great idea in this matchup since Akari has a 1-frame, or a 2-frame low.
Wow, right through the string. Good stuff.
Alright, clean knockdown from Burger right there. Good guard cancel off the command run.
Do you know if you can punish Akari whiffed air grab? Or is that not an option?
Not directly. You have to catch her while she's still stalling in the air.
Oh, okay.
If you wait, there's nothing you can really do except try to meaty her. Oh, that's not quite enough chip! Burger went in by timeout. evening up the score here.
Koji backing up. All right.
I mean, it's the one time Koji's not at a complete loss in this matchup. Kari's Fireball is good, but at least Koji's got the Beavers and the potential to best it. So Kari can't throw it for free. Which is not something a lot of
Koji's the one where the...
the A Fireball
she's the one where the Fireball go.
Well, that's gonna leave a mark.
After you.
Anyways, yeah, Koji's A Fireball is the one that just has one hit, and the B Fireball is the one that stalls and then goes for 2 hits.
Now, does the 2 hits, do they continue after canceling a Fireball, or is that the one that's, like, dependent on the range?
They're 2 projectiles
like, there's one where it
until
trades
they
with
hit
Fireballs.
They're 2 projectiles until they hit each other in the air, in which case it becomes a single 2-hit projectile. It's weird.
Okay.
So if you clash with them while one is starting up, the other will still fly through as normal. And if you clash with both of them at the same time, you'll still visually have the X, but it'll only have 1 hit tied to it.
Oh,
I
deflect
believe,
the DP. Good stuff.
I believe the second hit of the big fireball is extra damage from the raw fireball. Anyways.
Akari not caring. 2A right through the block.